FightHype.com here with the eldest of the Smith brothers. Huge fight tomorrow night, Callum and Canelo. But before that, I wanted to take it outside of this fight this weekend. Andre Ward, he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, the incoming class. You were the guy who started the real second half of his career. You know, traveling all the way overseas to Oakland to fight him. What are your thoughts on Andre getting in the Hall of Fame, Paul?
I think it's well deserved, and he's earned it, and he's did it his way, the hard way. Hasn't lost a fight since he's been about 14, 15 years of age. Olympic gold medalist, undisputed champion, super heavyweight champion, light heavyweight champion, beat them all. Well earned and well deserved. I think he's a quality fighter. I think he's a nice lad. I think he's a gentleman who's respectful and very knowledgeable. He's doing a great job on his punditry and analysis now on TV as well. And again, you know, rightly so, you want to be listening to someone who's as educated on boxing and can read the fight like him as well.
You think that's good for the sport, that we got a guy like him kind of educating people at home when they watch boxing?
Yeah, and it's like, I'm not against the fan on the couch. They're the bread and butter of boxing and TV, and I watch it on the couch myself with my wife, and I talk to my wife about the fight when it's on, and it's not from an expert or a boxer's point of view. I do punditry myself and commentate myself for Sky back home or the Zone, which I've done now back home. And you don't commentate to fellow boxers, you commentate to the public, and you try and educate them on what's actually happening, which the public probably can't see. And that's what he does very well. He breaks it down. If he's explaining what's going on in a fight, that's what's going on in a fight, because you can see it better than most people because he's so experienced and a quality fighter himself. And you listen to him, so probably would have helped him in the past being a better fighter as well. You know, if he was doing it maybe before he retired, because you do tend to spot things and study things differently from an analysis point of view, and it helps you as a fighter when you take that to the gym, because you're noticing your own mistakes and things that you're doing right and wrong as well. But quality fighter, great pundit, and yeah, I think he's probably becoming more likeable, more approachable, more famous, more known now. He's retired through the media work as well, which, you know, a lot of the time when I was in Ward, especially in the UK, not many people who were casual boxing fans had never heard of him, because he was so based in the States, even though he beat everyone and he beat them all.
And even here he had problems sometimes in his career gaining that following that you think would come with a gold medalist.
Yeah, but I think he wasn't like a trash talker, and he wasn't too disrespectful, and unfortunately in this game sometimes you have to be, and he never was, and I respect him so much for that, because, you know, it's doing the right way. Me with the Callum's the same, and the Canelo'S with us is the same. You know, you don't need to trash talk and be someone that you're not, just to sell fights when you're action in the ring can do the talking for you, and Ward certainly did the talking in the ring.
Now, you faced multiple world champions. He wasn't the only guy you shared the ring with who became champion. Was he the best fighter?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Yeah, he's the best I've ever been.
Why is that? What was it in the ring that...
It's strange again, it's like, it's hard to explain, but it's like when you're in there straight away, you know. I knew he wasn't the biggest of punchers, in my opinion. When I was in there with him, it wasn't the fact that he was a big puncher. He was just so accurate, really strong inside, physically strong, he couldn't move, he was strong as an ox inside. And I sort of knew that from the way he handled Froch and Abraham and a few others. I've been in the ring with Abraham and know how strong he is, and never deterred Ward at all, never bothered him, the physical strength. So you just know. I remember he caught me with a jab, and I was trying my best not to get caught with that jab. You know, in the first round, just wait, and bang and hit you. You sort of know when you're in with someone class, you know, and as I say, it wasn't my night. I had the chance of beating him, and the chance of beating him was if I knocked him out. I was saying he wasn't going to outbox Andy Ward or too hard. I knew that getting in, but I did believe genuinely that I could have caught him, could have knocked him out because of his power. But it was just class, and at the end of the day, I'm retired now, so I can look back with fondness. It was a pleasure sharing the ring with someone so good.
And lastly, on Andre, who do you rate? Who do you think would have won? You know, Calzaghe or Andre? You know,
listen, it'd have been an unbelievable fight. I honestly can't split them. Someone said before about Canelo fighting Ward, and at the time, and I'd have probably back Ward at the time. If it was now, I'd back Canelo, because Ward's obviously had been too long out the ring, and Canelo's in his peak. But at the time, you know, as was with Mayweather, Canelo was just too young and too green. But I think even a bit later on, a few years later, I think Ward may have just edged that one. I think he done great against Kovalev, but Calzaghe had to be some fight. I'm a good friend of Joe's, and to be honest with you, I don't think anyone would have beaten. I think Joe would have possibly found a way, but Ward was class, and he rose to the level every time. So I'm gonna sit on the fence.
Paul, I hope I'm not holding you up. But,
oh, it's okay.
But You know, I got an awesome chance to speak with your father yesterday. He said you're the one responsible for all these guys. Your younger brothers becoming world champions because you stepped in the gym at, what was it, 9 years old. And so how do you feel now that your little brother, he's fighting, you know, on the biggest stage possible?
Yeah. I'm lucky. They don't know any of their success to me. I'm lucky. I wanted to be a boxer. They probably wanted to be boxers, and they just followed it out the brother as I would have done if I was younger. So I'm just lucky that I went to the boxing gym first, and they're probably lucky that I went to the boxing gym and they followed on, because it's obviously give every one of us, you know, great opportunities and a good life and a good focus and a good career and a good job, you know, all through our lives and through our careers. So we're lucky that boxing found us and we found boxing.
And lastly, Paul, I know Callum, they're all getting on the elevator waiting for you. How does Callum do it? How does he get through the job?
I think it could be one of many ways, and as with most fights, it's how the opponent comes out to you as well. You know, you've got your game plan, but he's got his game plan, and until you know that game plan after a round or two, maybe you're not going to know. Canelo could come out and try and rush him. If that's the case, then it could go early, and it could go early in Callum's favour, because he's an explosive puncher, he's powerful, he'd be the biggest puncher probably, you know, that Canelo's been in recent times. And I mean, even the same as Golovkin. Golovkin can bang really hard. He's a middleweight, and it's a different type of power that Callum carries. It's not a destructive power every single shot like a Golovkin. You know, you can imagine Golovkin punching his wall behind us and holes with every shot. Callum will put a few light ones in and then pick a spot, and it's a different type of power. But he's the biggest opponent that he's ever been in, but he's probably the strongest opponent that he's been in now, including Kovalev. I think Kovalev was on the slide when he fought.
Especially that left hook of your brother's, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And listen, it's an exciting fight, or it could be a boxing match, it could be a chess match, where Canelo doesn't want to engage, he wants to stand up and try and box and try and use his skills, as Callum's got his skills as well. So I'm just excited and very interesting fight, yeah.
Thanks so much, Paul. We'll be seeing the most talented lad from Liverpool since the Beatles entered the ring. So thanks so much, Paul.
Cheers. Thanks.